You.
Hey.
What's going on? So, this is Max versus Andy here.
Yeah.
And how did this? Do you have any idea how this came about?
No. I mean, they invited me to stream. That's it.
Let's see. So, from what I heard, it's a no Yuri game.
Yeah. No, Yuri.
No Yuri game. I don't know. I don't know. Has Andy agreed to these terms?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. It's possible Andy may be underestimating Maximilian. Or it's possible that we are underestimating. If Andy is not playing Yuri, I am scared for him versus Max. I am very scared for him. Max is good.
Me too. Yeah.
He's fucking good, dude. And if he can beat Max, then I mean, congratulations, Andy. You are definitely better than I thought you are. So I'm very interested in this match. Very interested. Max is one of the stronger 1v1 players out there. He's at the very top. When it comes to 2v2, he is at the very top. He just won the 2v2 championship not too long ago. And 1v1, he's pretty good. He played Gene 1v1 9. He did lose that series, but it was 5-4. So he's like Gene level. I don't know if Andy's aware of that.
Yeah.
What do you think here? Predictions?
I think it's about luck of engineer.
Yeah, that's going to play a big role.
Yeah.
The engines are definitely going to play a big role here.
I lost to Max. Serious, I remember.
Max is tough. I think anyone who's played this game long enough has lost to Max and Andy. So, Allies versus Soviets here. So let's just try to predict Andy's play, right? He's gonna go double NGI, double NGIV, right? Use his first 2 power drops defensively, then build the battle lab as fast as possible and get Battle Fortress. Would we say that's a fair guess?
He makes some mirages and then BFs, I think.
Okay, yeah. Makes some mirage, and then BFs.
Yeah, because if he goes for BFs straight, he can't defend miners.
That's like standard play, right? You try to your battle lab up as many mirages as you think is necessary, then make BFs to win.
Chronosphere.
Chronosphere, of course. That first Chronosphere timing is huge. Andy, so far going according to prediction, there's the first NGI. Second one not coming, so okay, he's deviating from that a little bit here. Just one NG. This is countered by a single drone from Max. He's going straight tanks. Interesting. He wants more out of this. No drone from Max. I'm surprised. That would have prevented this a while ago. It is here. The NG is here going for the power. Captured it. There will be pillboxes in the base. Grizzly tanks are coming from the right-hand side as well. Just sentry gun there, but this GI really assists a lot. The repair from Max was a little late. He is cleaning up. Here's the thing. Andy went 0, so he did not make a miner. So he's not that far ahead from that NG. There is another one.
Yeah.
Another NG. It is sneaky because he is distracting with his grizzly tanks up top. Max is going towards the center. He does have 4 miners to his name. Andy only has 3, so Andy is by no means ahead right now. This NG on the left-hand side of the screen here is very threatening. There's a split as well. He does not want to lose a miner. It looks like he will lose a miner here. Or will he? Andy is going for the MCV. This would be, very nice. Gets the MCV with the tank split, and NG's the barracks, so no infantry. Max, there is a barracks in his base. He needs to kill this barracks. Pillboxes will be made there, and snipe his only
Oh shit, NG, incoming NG from that barracks. There it is. Oh shit, okay.
Price he sold.
Should have made engineer from that barracks.
The damage has been done. Is on no MCV, no barracks. It's Reiner tanks. However, there are quite a few of them, and going for the MCV snipe absolutely needs this to even stand a chance in this game. Does not get it. Wisely backs up. Beautiful TC here from Ali. It looks like Andy's going to have enough to hold this with the fodder, taking lots of damage. And a couple of air units from Andy will really assist in this defense as he lost the tank fight. There are more tanks on the way, not that many, however. Max probably should consider bringing a couple of his miners to the attack, as the first power drop will be here soon from Andy. Max needs to get a chunk of damage right now. Elite GI is out of the way. Needs to do something. He knows he needs to get something done right now. He's being very methodical about this. He doesn't want to sacrifice too much. He does lose his only flat track. Very unfortunate for him, as there are 3 Rocketeers here. That is too many. He's not getting the critical damage that he needs to come back. He should bring several of his miners to the attack. He does not have enough money to use, and he's gaining nothing here. He's backing up wisely. He needs the flak track to support this. Where's the power drop? Where's the power drop? Oh, is he just forgot that he's America? While
here we go on the left side.
Okay, I love this power drop, folks. Take a look at this power drop. Although he's under severe attack here from a lot of Grizzly tanks, Rhino tanks. War Factory is his main target, then the MCV here as the War Factory is exposed. It looks like Andy's going into full base trade mode. This power drop on the left-hand side, guys, take note of this. This is a absolutely masterful power drop. Look at this. That is something from just up your powers. However, this power drop is going to win him the game.
Oh, nice.
Going to get the War Factory here, the only War Factory. You will see miners coming to the attack. I think there's too much defense here. Rocketeers and with the miners. Let's have a flak track to defend from the Rocketeers. They are going for the base snipe, as he has a pillbox, a power plant, and a barracks to help defend himself. As soon as the miners here say goodnight. However, the Rocketeers are trying to make a distraction here at the bottom left to try to sneak around and kill his building, force the flak track back away from his tanks, as the Rocketeers are going to come back in and try to feast on these tanks. Only flak track. If he loses this, he loses the game. Max now has the active position on his buildings. Can simply just sacrifice his base. He's got 4 buildings. These 3, and these miners are intolerable. These miners are really tough. A lot of points. They counter infantry, so he just no. He cannot units and promote. He needs to micro everything down. Why he's not bringing in his tanks as well and his flak. And your flak? Flak's pretty good. Not wait for all of his miners. Hopefully that doesn't cost him the game here. The micro has been subpar. No, and he's lost. He's lost.
No
What a
way.
game. What a game won. He didn't wait for his last miner to join the attack before he pushed in, so I think a little anxious there by Max. Not too calm and collected, but you got to give credit to Andy there. That power drop was very, very, I would describe it as smart. A smart power drop. There's a tendency for players to, when they play America, to place their power drops just overly conventional locations that are just used way too often, and they just wasting their powers. That was really appreciated up there. So that's what I want. That's exactly where I think, even just basic principle, like you ask yourself, where is the fundamentally the most sensible location from? It's in the center. It's in the center of the map. Think about it. Of course, you don't want to do the same thing every time. You got to change it up. You got to do some defensive ones. You got to throw some offensive ones in there. But that power drop just made so much sense. just far enough away from the base, but just close enough as well. One goes to Andy. Using the threats of engineering and splitting around and sniping the MCV. Engineers are pretty strong units. He's one of the few players out there who doesn't find them lame. A lot of players have this chivalry sorts about engineers. They just don't do it to each other. They think that it ruins the game. Personally, I think that engineers should be nerfed a little bit. I don't know if you should be allowed to capture your opponent's MCV and sell it, or build your base with his MCV with a tier 1 500 credit unit. I don't know. It just seems a little bit lopsided with its cost. Don't know what exactly the to that problem is. Simply just putting multi-engineer on, it just doesn't quite work. There are so many situations where, engineering someone is just the play. I don't want to remove that property from the game, but it's a little strong, a little bit too strong. Anyway, Glowing Waters. Wow, this is a fantastic. If anyone has not played this, is great map. By strategical, I mean a lot of games are not going to be decided by splits, early game fights, dynamic multitasking type things. A lot of games on this type of map are decided by long game decisions, prioritizing the right things at the right time. Controlling the center water. Andy needs some food, apparently. In that case, I'm gonna get a drink. Need some water. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so apparently I beat Andy back. Definitely some mistakes by Max last game. The NGIV is countered by a single drone. Do that. Why most players go for pair each other with a drone. Very simple counter. Get the drone out of your war factory early enough. The IFE shouldn't get to your side of the map, if you think about it. So Glowing Waters, we'll see if Andy can prove me wrong here and uses engineers to win the game early. Another factor of this map that could be relevant with Andy is you have very important techs that are not particularly close to your base. So if you do not capture them, namely if your engineers are killed by your opponent's dogs, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Why is it hurt a lot? Because, well, first of all, these texts, they give you important things. One of them is infinite free troops, right? Let me just say that again, infinite free troops. The other one is money, endless money. More importantly, it's the expansion. You can build in a totally different part of the map, and there's juicy money there. If that gets denied early, it hurts a lot. So bottom line, the early game is extremely fragile with Engineer eating on. As we can see here, Game 2 on Glowing Waters, beautiful map. Andy on the left, excuse me, Andy is the Allied on the right here, and Max is the Soviet Red. Blue versus Red, Allied versus Glowing Waters. Andy leads 1-0. The first game, if that is any indication of how this series is going to be, this is going to be nuts, because it doesn't get any closer than that. That was nail biter if I've ever seen one. As the fragile early game gets underway, nobody has garrisoned any of their structures yet, which is surprising because that assists in defending your energies. Max, take note of this. Max went after his oil first, which is more important. Oil is more important. And Andy is capturing both of his, and Max has captured both of his. Well, he has not captured his oil yet. There you go. Right. So Max is expanding on the bottom left here towards these gems. He wants to collect them sooner rather than later. Whereas Andy is going straight tanks with the 6 GIs as well, pushing the bottom. I don't know about this. This miner will be exposed. He's going to be able to build sentry guns there. Now, the first Rhino tank will be out, joining fence, and this Grizzly tank, a complete waste, right? It's dead. Sentry gun is there. The GIs so far have paid for themselves. They've closed a sentry gun. And the miners are there to clean up the GIs, so there's 1,200 credits gone. And Max is on the gems, and he went a miner. Let's not forget about this. Okay, but Andy built a miner from his war after this, so it's not a complete commitment, folks. Those little things are huge, guys. That is the type of stuff that separates a player like Andy from a player like a lot of other players. He knows how important miners are, right? You don't want to fall behind on miners. So the power drops here are used up. Andy's power drop at the top left was killed by a dog and a sentry gun, whereas Max decided to use his power drop to defend himself. Interesting difference in choices there. I don't like Andy's decision to put the power drop top left there. He's trying to be sneaky. Hard to argue with that, but he wishes he had it in his base at the moment, as there is a lot of air. I don't know if he's not prepared for all this air. Battle Lab's going to get sniped at the worst possible time. Turrets. Okay, so a very tactical shot here with Harriers and Rocketeer combination snipes out the only air defense. Max just was caught off guard by that, did not see that coming, and just the perfect snipe, as the seal was prepared for the dreadnought. The dreadnought that was clearly Max's strategy, and this is a complete disaster for Ali right now. His one and only flak track is taken out. Testo is sniped. I'm disappointed. The Grizzly tanks are moving in now. There's like 50,000 GIs in the back of his base that have to be taken care of. The seal is swimming across the map towards MCV. There's a couple Rocketeers, absolutely worth it, and the Battle Lab is up. And Andy's on 4 miners. There
Damn, lost MCV to seal.
Okay, so Andy's very busy right now, killing that MCV, the power plant. Max did manage to snipe the oil derrick at the top right there.
Oh shit, missed it.
Battle Lab is up, however. Max has Max has 5 rhinos, and they're not threatening. Forget the Mirage tanks. Build a battle fortress, get Guardian GIs in there, and defend yourself from this dreadnought that's only threat right now is this Dreadnought. If Dreadnought is countered, it is the easiest win of his life. Not have taken that damage. Okay, is he going to use it efficiently here? He's not using it efficiently. It's click, 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 click. Everything should be dying. You got to kill the Battle Lab and the War Factory immediately. He needs to build desos as well. He has no barracks. Okay, kill the War Factory. Yep. He should be building subs. He better have like 40 subs. He has nothing else to do but build subs. I swear, if okay, the War Factory's gone. He better have subs. I'd be pissed if he doesn't have like 30 subs to defend his Dreadnought. So much money he's... Oh shit, why am I not building subs? Shit, you got 7k, all you have is a fucking navy.
Whoops.
Fucking subs, man. Jeez, for the love of God. Okay. Excuse my extremely biased commentary, but let's face it, guys, objectively, he should not be losing his Sea Scorpion right now to these destroyers. That should have been moved out of the way. These squids should have been here a long time ago. And the Dreadnought, there's no reason why it should have even been half health. The Harrier should not have been able to hit it. He should have moved that out of the way. Of course, you know, I'm sitting here saying he should have done this, he should have done that, you know. Still, definitely not a perfect game here from Ali. This particular game, as his squids are being cleaned up by the destroyers. And these destroyers can reach the land battle lab by the looks, so this attack better work from Max's point of view. And the GIs from the back of the base as well. What is up? Snipe here, but it looks like Andy. Where is he? Okay, there's multiple things going on right now. His buildings are under attack.
Nice engineer preparing.
Warfact is healed. The tiers are up, and the GIs are cleaning up the back. So, 2-0 Andy guy. Oh, yes.
Player defeated.
Do you have any idea if this is a best of 5, best of 7?
Best of 11.
Any idea?
11.
Best of 11. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to hear. We got ourselves some games ahead of us. So to review this game. What do you think was like the most important moment in that game?
Losing MCV, I think. He should have moved.
Feel? Disagree. The most important moment of that game was when the Harriers came in, sniped his flak track, Rocketeers came in and sniped his first battle.
Oh yeah. First mistake, yeah.
His whole strategy was fast Dreadnought. That was his strat. The air came in and sniped his battle lab at the worst possible time. The early game went really well for him. Ash, are you there? I heard your microphone was like chopping up there.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, the seal moving across the map to snipe the MCV was, I think the nail was the GG really when that happened. Oh, and the Dreadnought should have done more damage, because there was a decent chunk of time where Max had a Navy Yard and couldn't build anything out of his barracks. He couldn't build anything out of his structures. He lost his MCV. All he had was Navy Yard, and he wasn't building subs. And in the end, his Dreadnought was his only threat at the time. And then Andy built a Navy Yard, he built destroyers, and killed the Dreadnought and the Sea Scorpion. So, yeah, I think there was multiple opportunities there from, despite the, I mean, the air thing, how it killed his battle lab. I don't know if that was. I mean, you could argue it was a mistake, or you could just argue it was good tactics by Andy. I mean, I don't think any of us expected that particular angle, that particular timing with those air. So, good play there, but the Navy was definitely in subs to see. As game 3, this is a best of 11, boys. So buckle up. There is plenty of time and momentum to change. And Max, let me tell you, he's a very momentum guy. If I'm Andy, I really want to make a statement this game. to win this game in convincing fashion 3-0. Because Max, when he gets rolling, he fucking rolls. He gets in these zones where like he's just unconscious. You gotta keep him out of that zone. So huge injuries for both players. You want to keep them in momentum. Oldest Peak is the complete opposite of Glowing Waters. This is all tactics. This is all splits. This is all madness on this map. There's going to be units all over the place. Paradrop is very useful here. Indy is opting for an early MCV move. Risky, of course. Drones can the game quickly in that case, as he is going for his double NG rush now. Which counters the drone, buying himself time. I'll block air in the north.
Yeah, blocking MCV.
Very frustrating, but he's trying to frustrate his opponent even more with these NGs. Right, the War Factory is a juicy target. It looks like he needs to sell that. Yoink.
It's over.
Oh, right. That was a little boring to watch, if I must say so myself. I mean, in one sense, it's hard to argue, really, right? Look at how quickly you can end games versus top players. It makes sense to go engineer rush. Which is why, of course, it objectively has not been patched in 20 years. This is the type of stuff that you can do. New top priority to any devs. Yeah, nerf NG. Nerf NG. It's a little strong. A little bit stronger than it needs to be. Yes. So yeah, new top priority. Nerf NGs. So I mean, X has no refinery whatsoever. He has a fully fledged allied force in his base. Air army is here. The ground army is here. The flak is there to defend the air, but Grizzlies, and let's not forget, Indy has also expanded as well. So this is by no means a committal push here that we're seeing. This is just ending the games, plain and simple. As the Ore refinery is destroyed, the War Factory is cancelled, and the lead for Andy increases further as this game is over. It is going to be a 3-0 here. And Andy wins convincingly, which he needed to do. Important. This game is very important. However, Max is adaptive. He can adapt to these NGs, which he's obviously going to need to do because he should expect them to keep coming. They're working. Again, just feeling very good technique here, right? Put no risk there, just the power, would cancel the War Factory. Conversion there after the NGs. It's clean technique from Andy. So that's what I'm saying. He's underrated because, like I said earlier, people give Andy flack for playing Yuri and engineering. It's true. I mean, Yuri can be pretty lame to play against. Let's be honest. Engineers can be pretty lame to play against. But in the end, he does have a lot of objective skill.
Puff, don't remove your message.
3-0, and Max is picking all the maps. So now the thing about this map is much harder to NG successfully on this map. It's a little bit closed. So if you're Max, are you walling your MCV and like building 2 sentry guns in your base like right away every game now?
Maybe bunker.
What? What's that?
Bunker.
Okay, exactly, bunker. Yeah. All your MCV, build a bunker at your War Factory. You know the engineers are coming. Now it's 3-0. So this is not huge game for Andy. He can. 1 isn't too bad. Well, it's great, obviously, but Max cannot lose this game. 4-0 is. Don't want to be down 4-0. If you got Mavis, yeah, you don't want to be down 4-0. It's not like when you just won 3 games, 1 game is momentum. So, some anti-scouting going on here by these GIs from Andy, the top right of jungle. Unfortunately loses his GI there, would have had a complete anti-scout. The pillbox is there to clean it up, so definitely not full information for Max. He's not aware that Andy has gone AFC after war and has an engineer. Probably heard the engineer going into the IV if he was thinking. Should be, hovering his screen over the war to see if anything was hear sounds. He should be aware of this. He's once again, not making a drone. The threat right now is a single IV NG. He's not making a drone. There are no walls. There are no battle bunkers. And perfect micro there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Put it in. Saw that the threat wasn't there anymore. Put it back in. Fraction of a second. I love it. And then runs away his IV. He's not committing anything. Look at this. This is great, guys. He knows. He knows. He's not. He's just going to keep it alive. There's defenses. He can't do anything with this. He knows. He just wants him to worry about this threat. It's making him worried.
Meanwhile, he got Battle Lab up.
Exactly. Battle Lab is up. He knows he is all the time. Well,
Sold MCV. Shit. Sold MCV.
Oh, the MCV. Very committal there. I don't know about the NG cell. You don't even have an ore refinery on your right-hand side yet. Maybe that was premature. Let's see. Engineer still on the left-hand side. There are a bunch of rhinos, but can these rhinos push into this?
MCV maybe?
Fortress?
Capture MCV.
And the NG in the coast
Come
is clear. Strolls in.
Oof.
Takes the MCV. Thank you very much. And the battle fortress. Hold. No MCV. No rhino tanks. 0. I mean, just he's using his brain, folks. Yes, he lames. Yes, he plays Yuri. Yes, he pisses you off. But when you analyze the game, the decisions, the plays, the way he goes about the business, it's very smart. It's very smart. And yeah, there's nothing Max can do here. Yeah, this is checkmate for sure. There's just going to be tier 3 units coming your way, and you have no MCV with 1 war. Now, of course, he has battle fortresses, so you can mess this up, but take a miracle here. At this point, you got battle fortresses. I think just make Mirage tanks. It's just the less risky play here. Drop all your power drops at home. No reason. Once you have like 15 Mirage tanks, make another miner as well. Chill. Get chill pill. Max has to split for a base trade. Maybe NG the war. He could NG the war. He needs to do something very similar with this flak NG. Ooh, the ore refinery, boys. Refinery is the target here. He only has 1.
Flak, yeah, on top.
Refinery is the target. Is that's his only ore refinery. There you go. So now Andy is all in. Let's have a Tanya in the battle fortress. Interesting decision. The play here from Max. No, Max. No. Don't go back. This is not a situation where you defend. A situation where you base trade. He had the active position. He had the active position on his opponent. He couldn't move out of his base without losing. It's not like you can. Instead, he decided to move back to his base, and now he has to defend against battle fortresses. I don't know, Z. I don't know about this. There's a lot of GIs back at his base. Now he's split. Now his units are separate from each other because he wasn't sure if base trade or not. They're just kept active. This is a basic principle, guys. Stay active. Not retreat if you do not have a reason to retreat. These units are very threatening. The reason why on the defensive right now when he was already at the guy's base. Oh, and he has put up more. He has even more GIs in there. He knows his armies like, well, these are battle fortresses after all. Okay, it's like now or never. But the miners are there for the fodder. Is he overcommitting here? Oh, okay. So good fight for Max there. Still has miners. He still has a war factory. He should go back to mine. Hold on. It's just a power, not the end of the world. These battle fortresses, boys, they are tough. Miners should have one miner working, and the other three. No. You need the miner fodder. It looks like Andy's going to be able to take this. The random battle fortress jeeps on the right hand side. They're cleaning up some tanks. You have a veteran battle fortress on the field. And there you have it. So that game, the engineer from Max getting the ore refinery was made the game very interesting. Probably was still lost, but treating calm there, Z. No. There's a lot of situations where once you damage your opponent, like in that fashion, the right play is to retreat and simply just hold. In that situation in particular, you're fighting battle fortresses. Just base trade. Just as long as you stay active, the longer you stay active, the more rhinos until you have an unstoppable amount of rhinos. So I strongly disagree with the decision to retreat there, Mr. Ali. And yeah, he needs to change something up. Clearly, he's down 4-0 here. Something has to change if he wants to get increased. We're on the board, for fuck's sake. Guys. These guys are both grandmasters of the game, alright? So, look. This level, all of these guys can beat all of these guys 4 games. Don't get ahead of yourselves, alright? Don't assume that Max is out of this. Don't assume that Andy's way better than all the top players win games, a bunch of them in a row, and all the top players lose a bunch of games in a row to each other. Ask Matt last time I won him. Anyways, Andy is going Great Britain. I love it. I mean, I don't know why he's going Great Britain. I don't know what his plan is, but 2 double thumbs up for me. If I could give a triple thumbs up, I would. Don't see Britain at all, especially on a map like this. I mean, if you just scroll around and look at the map, it just has power drop all over it. So, it also has Mirage Tank written all over it, and this is kind of Mirage and Sniper's Dessus. Or is he going Great Britain just to get in his head, get in his opponent's head? Listen, dude, on my level, it's 4-0. I'm fucking going Great Britain and make 5-0 as Great Britain. Being said, it doesn't matter if he's Germany. If you keep getting NG'd, it's not good. You gotta stop the. So I want to see a different approach from Ali. With that in mind, okay? MCV wall, please. Wall the MCV. So the NG. You're in. Got plenty of money. Got plenty of time and space. Just wall your MCV. NGs are coming, dude. Please. Yes. Why is he not walling his MCV? Me. Yes. Ew.
Hey.
I'm asking you, why is Max not making any these mentions to the NGs? Where are the walls?
I don't know.
Where are the battle bunkers? There are answers to the NGs. Air drones, walls, entry guns, battle bunkers, backtracks versus the IFVs. There are answers here, boys. Not using any of these. Surely he's waiting for the NG first, and there's no NG. Oh, there is an IFV now. The players have made 2 miners from their war. Are these IFVs for a little bit slightly delayed NG? No. He's going for the Guardian GI approach. So he wants to get the battle lab up. He wants to get the super tier 3 units, and he's going to try to buy himself time with these anti-Rhino tank units. Now he is Great Britain, so he also has answer to the weakness of these units, which is Teslas and dogs, because these units don't do much damage to infantry, especially Teslas. So it makes sense. They are not good versus buildings, of course. So they're not. They don't have any fundamental threats. You can't go to the opponent base and kill their base, for example. So four Guardian GI IFVs in 2 Grizzly tanks, and he has expanded to the top and the bottom. As the Rhino tanks have gained position here, they're going to get some good value cleaning up all of the Grizzlies. However, no way, shape, and form can he push here. There is a dog, however, he's just simply getting cleaned up, and the elite joins the party. Yeah, exactly. Major yikes from me, dog. This IFV is going to go to the other side of the map. You know what he should do right now, Z? He should just chill. I want to see him just chill for a moment and say, you know what? Look, your attack just... I'm way ahead. I have an elite IFV. I'm going to be teching up momentarily. I have an answer to your death, so good luck versus Mirage. I want to see some pillboxes from him. I want a pillbox at his front base. I want a pillbox under his MCV as well. And then... he just needs to make sure he doesn't die here. He needs to build some pillboxes. Okay, so he's using Guardian GIs instead to defeat. Beautiful. And the IFVs, so he delayed a little bit these IFVs. Now he's going to the right-hand side of the map. There's a flak track as well on the right-hand side of the map that might have an NG in it. That threat needs to be dealt with. It's being addressed. Box at his MCV.
Nice.
Using MCV didn't take... Yeah, exactly. Didn't even take the risk there. Just was like, you know what, I'm doing MCV. I don't even care. There are a bunch of rhinos. This front gates, he did not build a pillbox to help himself. The elite IV is doing work. Ooh, micro. It's droned, but guess what? Uses the other IFV, lead IFV. And it looks like the Guardian GIs are buying just enough time to deploy MCV and pillbox. There's the IFV again from these spiders. It's doing work. He needs to kill the NG-IFV first, and he knows it. He moves it away, baits it in, and one-shots the drone with the IFV. What are we witnessing here? That's the end, and he's going to repair it again. How much money has this been? How much time has this been? And he just... Then he NGs the war, then uses the other IV. He's going to build rhinos in his base. Some pillboxes as well. Kill this barracks to cancel his war factory. That's what I'd be doing. He's busy microing his IV right now. He knows how threatening this is. He's just going to brutalize and terrorize in the MCV.
Choppers.
Building siege choppers his opponent's base. The snipers have not done much this game, but I mean, you don't need him as he snipes the drone as well. You got to be kidding me. Okay, so finally this hero IV dies, and Max knows how to perform miracles here on Caverns of Siberia. Indies really deserve simply just anti-rhino weapons. The Mirage tanks are cleaned up, but it's not enough as the second war factory is down. The Mirage are producing faster. And these siege choppers are cleaning up in the south. Ali evacuates his hometown. A drone joins the map as he surrenders the 5-0 to our boy MH ______. The man, the myth, the legend, the engineer god himself. It's 5-0, I believe. It was 6-0. I lost. I mean, look, guys. First of all, the depth of the way he framed it is quite immense. Micro, Zhas. That is a difficult combination to.
Wall MCV, put bunker next to war factory and chill.
Yes, I want to see. I want to see a fucking wall MCV and a bunker with next war factory. Preemptively, Zhas. Preemptively. here's the thing about that. This is why Max is so hesitant to do that. It's 600 for the walls. Excuse me, 600 for the battle bunker and 1 conscript. Oh, and you have 400 for the walls.
No.
So
1 conscript will not stop NG.
Okay, so excuse me. You're gonna be spending more than 1,000 credits, early game credits, on defending something that might not even become. So that's why he's hesitant. But so on a map like Country, where you have no oil, you have no gems, the rushing distance isn't that far. It might be more hesitant to do those things. But on a map like Jungle, the battle bunker, for fuck's sake.
I've tested 4 conscript stop NGIV. 3 conscripts it's randomly stops and doesn't stop sometimes. So if you put 4, you're sure that you will stop.
Oh, like 1,300 credits to defend a threat that might not even come. That is quite the investment for an early game. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at the
engineer
here. As we approach the game where the war factories are down and both players are building their second or third ore refinery, you need great center control to not hit 0 at any point. And so if you build, 4 walls, a battle bunker, and 4 conscripts, you're going broke. Your drone is out. In fact, this is why he's moving his MCV early. It's about that timing. He's not doing 2 things at once with his money at the moment. However, drone is there. The threat is here from ___, aka Andy. Threat is here. So, do you build this ore refinery or do you build the service detail? Because, excuse me, because if you build the ore refinery right now, Andy waits right amount of time and then drones you. You're a miner. Okay, so the ore refinery is down, but the timing's fine here. You can just simply build the service depot. The awkward timing where his ore refinery's halfway done. It's not the end of the world. It would be the end of the world if he loses his miner. Suck badly. Let's repair it. 5 miners for Max right now and the expansion, whereas Andy has not expanded on 5.
Yeah, drone is blocking.
Drone is very effective here. They're using their drones in entirely different ways, slowing down each other in different ways. Max is effective. It stopped him from moving his MCV, and he still got the drone in the end. This might actually be an extremely awkward timing here. He might have had to cancel his war factor.
Yeah, second.
Unfortunate. So the service depot is down. I'm not sure how far along Max's war factory is. He's definitely ahead of the tank numbers. Andy's 3rd tank is just joining now. PDR is up. Looks like he wants to fast iron curve. Whereas Max has placed his 2nd war factory now. So Andy will be out tank quite some time.
Quick check doesn't work really.
Right, well, we'll see. Pretty much everything has been working for Andy thus far this series. So we'll see what he can do here. This is by no means going to be easy to defend. He already has a battle bunker with 3 conscripts at his MCV. So that's him a lot of time there. The nuclear reactor is up. He has sold his tester reactors to get the maximum amount of conscripts for that MCV, protecting the battle bunker there. He's checked up. He's making the iron curtain now. He's building an ore refinery at his north here. The desolators are buying a lot of time for him. I don't want to lose these. The drone is on the way. Miners and dogs are there to help save health. We got 3 wars from Max. Andy's 1 war. The expansion is up. Andy should be moving some of these miners to the right-hand side. He opted on moving his MCV. Very interesting decision. for his... Okay, alright, so he's moving his MCV to the front.
Middle? What?
Ladies and gentlemen, he needs to make sure that MCV needs to go back. That's unfortunate. The force shield is ready? Shield? Force shield? It's a shame. It's a shame. The idea made a lot of sense, folks, but it just turned out Max had the perfect timing coordination there with his units to counter Andy's idea. It was a very interesting idea to just grab total control over the center. He underestimated how far ahead he was, I think. I mean, he overestimated how far ahead he was. His opponent does have 3 wars, so... perhaps moving your MCV his front door isn't the right choice. The game's not over. Andy does have his Iron Curtain ready. Key here, boys, is you want to use your IC and act as actively as you can. You want to wait till the last second when you're as deep into your opponent's base as possible so you can maximize the damage in priority targets, such as the MCV, Iron Curtain, etc. So he's going to... Iron Curtain there blows up the MCV. Excuse me, blows up the nuclear reactor and the MCV. He did not even consider fighting the army. He just wanted to maximize damage. And he's done that. Now he just wants to get out stage. He killed a bunch of miners, killed the MCV and the Iron Curtain. He knows the damage has been done. All he wants to do here is save as many units as he can. Split them with the Rhino tank, the high value. Max was forced to go after that. You want to talk about a perfectly executed Iron Curtain? That was it. Right? He waited till the last second.
No, it's not over. It's not over.
It's right. It's by no means over. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 factories for Max, and he has 6K.
Yeah.
He's only on 1 miner. But if this next push doesn't work, he lost. So is our buying time, precious time, as time is ticking to the next IC. How do you use this one though? What does he want to do? I don't know about this choice going to the bottom here. Call.
He's massing drones.
But he's going to,
Oops.
and now he can't use his IC. Oh, the Boris here for the base trader, there's a ton of miners. Ali's now broke, so he just made a ton more miners. Didn't he just have used his Iron Curtain defensively here? Right, so my impression of this game is Andy should just stick to allies. Really good as allies. I mean, his decision making here was just not as... There were still really interesting ideas. There were still really good plays from him. But depth isn't as there shows.
I mean, quick tech doesn't work at all against decent Soviet players.
Look,
Soviet versus Soviet.
Zhas, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to disagree. I would be perfectly fine agreeing with you if I didn't just watch that game. After watching that game, I'm forced to disagree with you because the quick tech strategy is not why Andy lost the game. The reason why he lost the game...
mean, if I see my opponent is quick teching, I just split and kill his miners. Then destroy his Iron Curtain.
Yeah, I agree with that approach, and I think on paper it should work. But in that game, Andy had a lead. Defended the
because
threat.
Max wasn't pressuring. He was sitting at base.
Yeah, you're right. He should have... Also, his build was a little strange, right? He went 3 wars into that.
Shit.
I guess if someone texts that early, you gotta commit to just like 4 or 5 wars, right? Commit.
I mean, you can't go tech on 1 war factory. That's just joke.
Right.
You should tech up on 3 war factories, I think. Oh,
I agree.
Germany.
I think he was trying to fancy there. Look, Zhas, maybe you could be mistaken though. Thing is that on paper, like you're gonna be so out tanked that the splits should just kill you, right? But if you're fast enough, you have good enough micro, or you can make the argument that desolators are cost efficient enough to do enough damage that you can, because they do splash.
I don't know.
Major heavy splash.
I mean, 4 war factories against 1.
Yeah, you're right. The base is so open there. War factories with the splits, you should be dying. Anyway, we have a very strategic map. I don't even remember what this map called again?
Hidden Valley.
That's right. What's your opinion on this version? This is Martin's remake.
I like this one. Not old version.
I like this version. It's pretty good. It's definitely better than the other version. One of Martin's that better than the original. Ali is going for super fast tech here. Is a desolator out to and he's going for the all in here, boys. He really believes in that undiscovered threat. He knows his opponent is not aware of scouting information here, but with that movement, his opponent should know now. He just moved his grizzly. See, the opponent should hear
you shouldn't
that.
move. You shouldn't move. Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, he would know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When they come out of the war,
yeah.
So when they come out of the war, you can hear that. Max should be aware of this, but I don't think he is because he's massing miners. He's not aware of this threat. Not aware of what's coming to his base, and an army of police. Was the only war factory right away. His only threat, folks. Just the prioritization, right? These little things. Takes out the only threat right away. How you play, boys. Possible he doesn't get this snipe. So, but he gets it. That's the series, folks.
Wow.
Or have I miscounted? Hold on, folks. Still has 4K to work with. He's got 4 miners. Opponent cannot build air. Says deploy, please? No, not deploy the deserts. Come on. Oh, that was too late. Oh, no. And these are going to snipe the barracks. Man, would have been a really interesting attack, but unfortunately, they're not getting elite. Okay. But that was a very threatening attack. Ever build air. It's the Nighthawk transport. And the flak is there to help, but just to kill the war factory because he's mining now. And Nighthawk transports because he knows he has no counter to them. Ow, folks. Ow. When was the last time you watched a game? Nighthawk transport. Please, if you watch this video, play Ally. It would be better for the game if you, because you obviously can. Only game you lost is when you weren't allies. Allies, dude. Play a lot like Yuri if you think about it. Kind of like once they get teched up, now they're really strong. Got funky units and stuff. Indeed, it was a pleasure to watch. Very pleased I decided to commentate on this. I'm deeply impressed by Andy's just obviously the micro, yeah, I mean, it's out of this world, but the ideas, he's got a lot of ideas, boys.
Very creative player.
Very creative, comprehensional, course, backs it up with great execution. With pleasure to watch there. Thank you, Andy, and
Yeah, thank
So,
you for commenting.
my pleasure, man. I'm gonna head off though. Man, GG's.
Yes, yeah, GG's. Alright, guys, thanks for watching.